What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Heart Over Height episode. Today we are finishing off the rank list, the tier list that we have been doing. We've done the point guards, the shooting guards, the small forwards, the power forwards, and now we're doing the centers. So if you do enjoy this content, do me a huge favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment down below what you agree with, what you disagree with. You guys have been doing great with all the other ones. We've been having discussions in the comments, so it's been fun. It's been great to experience it. So without further ado, let's get into this. So you guys know the drill. It is start at the bottom, work our way up to the top. So at number 10, we are going to be starting with a young guy, a guy who he's kind of in an awkward spot with his role currently just because he was out for a little bit and they started this win streak. It is Alperen Sengun. Sengun he's a great basketball player overall. Kind of a baby Jokic as his nickname is, but he's not necessarily fitting a whole lot with the Rockets themselves from what it looks like. You know, he's injured, they start winning, so they're like, oh, we might end up trading this guy. I put out a video a couple weeks ago about the possible players being traded. It was a reaction video from a Bleacher Report article, and it was Sengun that was towards the top of that list, him and Jalen Green. They're on this win now mode, and although he's been putting up great numbers, 21, 9, and 5, of course, with him being injured and them winning, that kind of hurts his case of him being on the roster. So what I need to see from him is a step up a little bit in the defensive scenario. He's not the greatest defender. I'd like to see that improve for sure. But maybe just a new place for him. Seeing what the Rockets can get for somebody like Alperen Sengun, his value, I feel like it's going to be different across the board from each and every team. But I think he elevates certain teams. So, like, watch out for, like, the Pelicans to go out and try and get somebody like him, depending on the assets that that Houston's looking to get in return. At number 9, we got a guy that you either like him or you don't. Kind of in the middle. You can't really be in the middle on this guy. It is Rudy Gobert. This is all defense, no offense kind of player. Average 14, 12, and 1. He's not a playmaker. He's going to rebound the ball, and he's going to defend the ball, and he's going to get these easy putbacks. That's pretty much how he scores. Not a good free throw shooter. Does not stretch the floor at all, of course. He is a bit of a controversial player. He's got a mouth to him a little bit. And Draymond Green clearly hates the guy. I mean, he makes comments on Twitter about him getting benched, against in France's game before they played for the gold medal, and Draymond's not even on the Olympic roster. So I thought that was kind of funny, but he helped elevate the defensive intensity that the Wolves have. Rudy Gobert is genuinely one of the best defenders that the league has seen in quite a while. He's won multiple Defensive Player of the Years and everything, and I think he'll continue to do that. Right now, he's playing alongside his younger protege, you can say, in Victor Wembanyama, who is going to be our number 8 center. Now, this could be a little low for certain people. I just think that, of course, last year was his rookie season. So hopefully he can redo exactly, repeat and even improve upon what he did last season and this season. But although he averaged 21, 10, and 4, it didn't help the win column. And I understand that the idea behind, winners, it's more than just him on the roster. So although he's helping them win games, I just need to see more of that from him in order for him to rise. And I am assuming this next season they're going to be a lot better, and he will be higher on this list if next year when I do this exact tier list again. Victor Wembanyama is a generational type of player. He's in we've just never seen a player like him. We've in the category of like LeBron, where like you just don't see somebody of his size and stature and everything doing what he does. So for someone like him, a 7-footer who's able to kind of push the pace, who's able to stretch the floor, who's able to do all sorts of things, he can go score, he can handle the rock, everything. I assume in the future he'll be higher on this list. At number 7, a guy who kind of has replenished his career a little bit, a guy who has never left. It is Miles Turner. Never moved team to team, even through all the rumors and all that. He has stayed a lifer for the Pacers so far. He's averaging 17, 6, and 1. A great rebounder. He can block shots. Decent, he's a good rim protector, decent defender for switching on pick and rolls and everything. He stretches the floor, and he helps the Pacers because he pushes the pace. That is one thing that the Pacers have worked on, is just getting fast, quick players, and he falls along with that because he is so long and lanky. He can get up and down the court pretty quickly, along with along with the rest of the roster. He catches lobs very nicely, everything like that. Definitely deserves to be on this list. There are going to be controversial picks in here. I don't just have a set in stone lineup of 1 through 10 where everyone's going to have the same thing. So keep that in mind as we're doing this list. You might have had Vic above Miles Turner, but in my opinion, Miles Turner provided a lot more for the roster in terms of wins and success, i.e. the Pacers made the Eastern Conference Finals, not solely because of him, but he helped a big ton in that. At number 6, I got an NBA champ. I got a guy that, he went all out, and I am seeing that he is not here right now. Let me grab that photo real quick of him. All right, I grabbed that photo of him. It is Kristaps Porzingis at number 6. This guy went all out this year. This is probably the best season of his career. Maybe not statistically averaging 27-2, but just his mentality this year. I mean, this guy played when he needed surgery in the finals. Like, the guy didn't have an ankle. He was blocking shots. He stretched the floor hugely, which helped the Celtics a lot. He was able to do everything. And I know that I'm a Celtics fan, and there might be a little bias here. And he could have fallen a little lower, but I think I was a little, honestly, I kind of threw him a little lower than other people might. I think that around the 6 area is pretty solid for him. I think that he kind of fits in this, you could say 5 through 7 or something like that. But Kristaps deserves to be said as one of the top 10 centers, especially for his playoff performance. At number 5, I think that this one is another, not necessarily controversial pick, but a guy that definitely deserves to be on this list, whether you put him up higher or up or a little lower. It is Bam Adebayo. Bam locks down the paint, especially for a roster that's going through a ton of injuries. And then you don't know what the future is like with Jimmy Butler. You don't know whether Tyler Hero is going to be there, because if you trade Jimmy, or if Jimmy walks, then you're most likely going to look to move Tyler Hero as well and just kind of rebuild a little bit. Bam being a guy who averages 19, 10, and 4, just improving each and every season. And look at what he's doing for Team USA also. I mean, he was a huge reason that they were able to win gold this year. He's a very versatile defender, able to defend multiple positions and everything. Definitely well-deserved on this list. There's just a couple guys above him that just did a little bit more than him. Nothing against Bam, though. And at Bam's size, being a little bit undersized, he is a fantastic rim protector. At number 4, I have Anthony Davis. I think that this is the most controversial pick of all of the entire list, because you would probably suspect to put him at 3, but I got one more guy ahead of him. And so Anthony Davis, I mean, he does a lot. If he was playing like he's playing for Team USA all year for the Lakers, then I would probably have him higher. But the Lakers season, it was good, but you have a fully healthy, perfect season in 24, 12, and 3 for his averages, and then you're only a play-in team. Now, the next guy is also only a play-in team also, but the brow has LeBron James on the roster. You know, if you guys have all this talent around Anthony Davis, why is this not contributing to wins? That's the big thing. If the brow is top 3 center in the league, it's got to contribute to wins. When he was on the Pelicans, they didn't win. When he's on, so far on the Lakers, he's won one championship. Yeah, and I'll give that to you. I'm a person that a championship is a championship no matter how you look at it. I understand it was the bubble, but still, it's a championship. But yeah, so specifically for Anthony Davis, is he a top 3 center in the league? He definitely could be. And I wouldn't blame people for putting him above, this next guy that I'm about to put on the list, which, speaking of, is the guy that Anthony Davis has never beaten. It is Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis dominates Anthony Davis. That is another reason why I put him above. Sabonis averaging 19, 13, and 8, almost a triple-double. Whereas Anthony Davis, 24, 12, and 3 is great, but Sabonis helps playmake for this roster. So you got to keep that in mind as well, as he's doing everything. Anthony Davis is doing a lot, but Sabonis is doing everything, and he also is a huge bruiser. This man, he is not afraid of anyone. So that is a huge reason why I think Sabonis is a top 3. I think he's extremely underrated as well. One guy that not a lot of people are looking at. Like, he wasn't even an all-star this year. And yet he's averaging nearly a triple-double. Which, back, Russell Westbrook, when he did it, it was historic. And now Sabonis almost does it, and no one's talking about it. Of course, I understand now the games are a little skewed. People are scoring a lot more. Pace is a lot faster than it used to be. I'm just kind of keep that in mind with Sabonis. Homie's averaging a near triple-double. Number 2 and number 1, I think you could mix them up, but I do have Embiid as the number 2 center. I think that he's averaging 34, 11, and 5, which is great. This year's MVP and everything like that. But he doesn't stay healthy. He is somebody that he's won the MVP award before, but if you're not on the court for the playoffs and giving your team success, I don't think you could be the number 1 center. If you're not, you have these dominant games when you play, but when you don't play, you're a little bit of a liability because, why invest in a guy that played last season? He played 34 games. At the number 1 spot, we have Nikola Jokic. Everyone knows exactly who it is. Which, speaking of that, where did this guy go? Nikola Jokic being right here at the number 1 spot. Jokic being the best center in the league. I mean, it's that simple. And the reason Embiid is not there is because he doesn't have playoff success. When he's in the playoffs, they choke and lose. He's had the best rosters around him. Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, and Embiid. That's a phenomenal roster with guys like Marco Bellinelli coming off the bench there. Some of the greatest three-point, he's one of the best three-point shooters of all time. Then you have this year, Tyrese Maxey, Embiid, Tobias Harris again. You have player. Buddy Hield was successful in the playoffs. There is opportunity here for Embiid to win. It's not like he's running into LeBron every year. The East is pretty wide open right now. Jokic won a championship. Jokic is a playmaker, averaging basically a triple-double, 26, 12, and 9. The thing is, he played 79 games. He only missed 3. So, with that being said, this has been the top 10 list. Let me know what you guys disagree with. Let me know what you would change and everything like that. Sorry if you guys can hear little footprints in the background. It is my dog. But with that being said, it's been another Heart Over Height episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.